Hello, my name's Dan, Service Rental. I'm gonna go over this Graco QuickShot little small paint sprayer with you today. It's a good little paint sprayer if you're doing a small job. Manufacturer recommends 2 gallons or less per job. If you've got more than that to do, you really need to step up to a bigger unit than what this is. But that being set aside, for doing a lot of things, this is big enough and it'll do what you need to do. This particular gun, your paint's gonna be in here. It's got a side strap that you can hang it on your side, or you can hold it where you're going and you spray it here. Makes the gun a lot lighter than the other one, the other small ultra gun that we've got that is all one piece. But you've got a tip just like a big airless sprayer that will rotate to clean out. The gun has your pressure adjustment on the back of it here, and it's of course got a lock, a trigger lock on it. One thing you want to remember is this does have a lot of electronics in it, unlike a big sprayer, so you don't want to stick this down in your thinner or your water or whatever when it comes cleaning time. We'll get to that in a minute. Of course, this is battery powered, little DeWalt battery. It's going to slip right in the back, just like so. To work it, I'm going to put some material in here. Got a screen in the bottom of it. This will come off. Have that on there. It's got a vent in the top of it that'll need to be open to use it. Of course, you can keep it closed if you're wagging it around or whatever, so something doesn't spill out of there, but it will need to be open while you're using it. I'm going to be spraying oil-based paint. If you're using latex, obviously water to clean up. This is going to require paint thinner to clean up. I would always suggest, first time using something like this, to start off with, if you're using latex, put a little water in it. If you're using oil-based, put some thinner in it, and play with the gun a minute before you actually get the paint in there. And that's what we're going to do here to start with. Got some thinner in here. Just going to pour a little bit in and put the lid on it. All right, we've got our battery in. We've got a little control here on the side that for priming and for painting, for spraying. We want to turn this to the prime with this up. We'll turn our sprayer up a little bit here and the trigger lock off. Notice nothing's going to come out of the gun to speak of because it's recirculating in here. Here and look at it with your camera. You can see it boiling up inside there. And the reason that looks like that is this thing had a little bit of water in it, which is another good thing to get out when we're going to use oil-based paint. So we've got that, and we'll flip this over into paint, and the same thing. We'll notice it's coming out like so. And like I said, we can adjust our spray speed, pressure right there to gun. So now that we've got the water out of it and got thinner in it, I'm just going to dump this right out back into my cleaning little bucket here. And we're going to pour a little stain in it's what I'm doing today actually. Let me set this down on the ground so I can maybe do it without spilling it. All right. I got the lid, I'm gonna put it on. Now, same thing. I'm gonna put that in the prime position, pull my trigger, give it a minute to prime up, put it in the spray position. Now we're gonna adjust our spray. Set this over here out of the way, and we got a piece of cardboard here so you can see what we're, wait till we start getting some stain out. There we go. That's obviously too low. That's about right. When you're adjusting your pressure, you don't, if you're too low, you're going to have a stream at the top and a stream at the bottom, and basically nothing in between. If you're too high with your PSI, you're just wasting a lot of material, a lot of stain, a lot of paint. So you'll adjust that out, and at this point we're ready to start work. So I'm going to do a little staining with this, and then we'll come back in just a minute and we'll clean this up when we get done with it, and I'll go over that proper cleanup with it. But it's just that simple to get going with it. Okay, so I sprayed about 1.5 gallons of stain through this little thing. Now I'm ready to clean it up. Just for information, in that 1.5 gallons, a battery lasted almost 1 whole gallon before I had to change to that. And everything, it was working just like it should, and then all of a sudden it just stopped and then change the battery and go on. Anyhow, to clean it, what we're going to do is I ran it completely out of stain. Is we're going to go ahead and pour some thinner in here. Now obviously if this was latex, we'd be using water instead of thinner. Of course, our gun's pretty nasty. Like I said, I have used it quite a bit. I've been spraying for about 1.5 hours with it. But anyhow, shake that up a little bit, and we'll just run some of that through there like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this nozzle completely off, because it's by far the dirtiest part of it. And I'm going to put it in my little bucket of thinner here. Let it soak for a second. I've got a rag, it's got some thinner on it. I'm going to use it to wipe the gun down, get all the sticky off of it. Little hose here. Even without it, I can go ahead and run a little more through there. And get all of it off that I can. Let's see what we look like inside here. Pretty clean, but we're still going to want to, let's just dump the rest of this off and go with some clear. And we'll run that through there. And just like that, it's pretty much going to have the inside of the gun as clean as is going to be necessary. I'm going to go ahead and pop this cup off so I can wipe all this down. Set that for just a second. I'm not done with that. I'll put a little bit in here. Wipe it out. Dump that. So that looks pretty good. That wiped out. Let's set this over to the side for just a second. Like I said, go on cleaning this. And like I said, I'm gonna wipe on that a little bit more here in just a second, along with this. But about the only other piece left is this, and you can see it cleared up pretty good with just a second soaking in there. And take the tip out. Wipe all this down and keep soaking it to get it clean, and then I'm gonna reassemble all of it, and it'll be ready to carry back. And that's all there is to it.